may wonder why I have brought you here.
Welcome to NocBro Nation.
Welcome back, guys. I'm Jarrell.
And I'm Josh, and today we're here to review issue 22 of Darth Vader.
Fortress Vader Part 4.
And we do have some sad news, actually, before we start this issue. I'll let you go into it.
Well, I found information from New York Comic Con from Mr. Charles Soule, who was the writer of this, and this series is ending with issue 25.
That is short. All of our series are just dropping.
Yeah.
Like, we're losing. I think this is the third one we're losing now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So we'll be getting more.
That's all right.
Don't worry. We'll be getting more. But this has been an amazing series, and this issue was pretty much the entire history of Lord Momin.
Yeah.
Which was amazing in how it feeds into how Lord Momin came up with the design of Vader's castle.
Yeah.
So Vader, kills the guy who actually put the helmet on. And
Lord Momin.
Lord Momin. And Vader is holding the helmet.
Because apparently when you put on this helmet, you become Lord Momin.
He takes over your human body because the Force, and you will learn more about it, the Force is in that helmet. And he died, but he survived in that helmet.
Yeah, and so Vader is basically just asking this mask, who are you? And he says, I am Lord Momin.
And everything I did, he did on a very simple principle. So,
flashback.
The majority of this issue is a flashback of him. So pretty much during his whole young life, he was kind of you would say, an artist. He loved creating things.
Yeah, and not too many people were fond of his creations.
And he kind of explains that as like, if people are not kind of, if people don't feel anything about something they see, then you've created nothing. So we always wanted to create things that were out there, crazy, just outlandish. And he felt that this is something that he loves, but those people, they didn't like it.
Yeah.
And they threw him in jail for it. And as he's sitting in jail, thinking about the wonderful things that he wants to do when he gets out and what the stuff that he's created, somebody comes in and breaks him out.
And that is what her name was, Shay.
Shay, yeah, I think it's Shay. And she was Lady Shay. I think she had dark side power. She wasn't a Sith or anything, but she wanted him to be her apprentice.
Yeah, she wanted him to be an apprentice, and she kind of taught him the ways of, I think he said both the dark side and
both, a little
the
bit.
Light, both,
yeah,
right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a little bit. It was kind of similar to how Lord Sidious he was talking about his master, of how he learned both sides of the light and the dark, and not just the Jedi side, and to learn your power more.
To Lord Momin, it was always about learning. It never, he was like a sponge. He just soaked in all the, he never stopped learning.
Exactly. And that's how he was like, I'm not, he's they're doing kind of like a dueling with Shay, and he's like, I'm not really an apprentice type of person.
Yeah.
And so he kills Shay.
Yeah. Kills her.
Because he's like, I have too much to do. I have too much to learn to be sitting behind you, and I'm not going to take an apprentice for myself. So this
next picture panel was freaking awesome. I like this, like the mountain or path into what was it? It was many great sights of the
Yeah.
dark side. So
Yeah.
he goes off and just again learns as much as he can, and mostly now at this point, I believe, about the dark side.
Yeah, so he says that the Force itself is like the only true audience. So what his plan was, he studied and learned to do his greatest work. So he goes to this planet, and he's in this ship, and he built like this
Weapon.
They built like this weapon, basically. So his whole thing is like he is going to shoot this kind of energy ray into the planet. It's kind of going to be burning everything up until a certain point
Where it freezes everything.
Yeah,
like not freeze like frozen, but
Right.
like he pause. That's
Yeah.
the right phrase I should use. Like pauses everything in motion.
and he's going to use the Force at that moment to make it just his work of art. It's going to be it's going to be glorious.
It was crazy, like, and it makes sense, right?
Right.
In that moment where he pauses everything, he sees the fear. He sees the just the destruction of everything,
Which
and to him,
feeds,
that's his art.
that's his true art. And unfortunately, right before that happened, you see in the panel where he's got like, helpers behind him. He's got like just lightning bolts coming out of him.
Sick.
The Jedi come and completely,
Of course they do.
ruin his plans.
Of course they do.
So they kill kind of his helpers. He's kind of like, well, they wouldn't be able to do anything to them anyway because they wouldn't be able to face the Jedi. But I lost control of the massive energies I was wielding. And you see Momin just burning alive. And he basically dies. But he says, but the dark side asks for more than mere death in tribute. He kind of says, in my failures, I gained more. So we see one of the Jedis looking after he's dead. And one of the Jedis grabs the helmet and basically puts it on himself. And he's saying the dark side is an energy. It's like a fuel. It's hungry. It needs to feed. And you have to feed it. And so that's when we get back to
Vader, right?
Vader,
who puts on the freaking mask.
He has it on.
I don't know if that was Lord Tommen or Mommin.
Yeah.
This is in Game of Thrones. I didn't know if that was like him coercing, Vader to put on the mask,
Possibly.
helmet.
Or I don't know if he did it himself.
I think Vader's probably too strong for that, to fall for something like that. But he pushes it away.
Yeah, but Vader literally, he took his previous mask off because you see it laying on the floor.
Yeah.
And then eventually, he's like, no, he throws it off. He's like, no, I'm not. He's kind of like, no.
Now, the people that inhabit this planet, Mustafar, who saw Vader coming in, are now curious and approaching, close to where Vader had landed.
Yeah.
And essentially want to take action or try and,
They just want to see what the heck it was.
Yeah.
They're curious as to what is this thing? Is it real?
Yep.
Did we envision this? No idea.
And it certainly is real. And he certainly does attack them. Furthermore, he puts the helmet onto one of them, turning him into Momin.
So it was great because he chokes one of the guys, he puts the helmet on, and now Momin is alive, and he is like, am I still on Mustafar? And this is where Vader instructs him. He says, look, Momin understands why Vader is here. He knows that there's a lot of power in here, and he's wanting Momin to help him bring this power out. And he mentions, like, in your previous body, you constructed this. And Momin tells him that this is the key.
Yeah,
your castle.
He knows that this place is the key to what Vader really wants.
Exactly,
and that is to open the door to the dark side. What's really cool, and this is kind of a little Easter egg, is he promises him that if he does open that door, that he will bring him back to Padme.
He'll see his beloved again.
Yeah.
And this intrigues Vader because
it pisses him off.
It pisses him off because Lord Sidious told Vader a long time ago that
the dark side can
Padme,
save life.
That can save life. Yeah. And of course, Padme died, which pissed him off and became even more powerful.
Yeah. But he believes that Momin is lying to him, just like Sidious did. And he begins choking Momin, and Momin says, "No, wait, I'm not lying.
I can provide this. This could be perfect." And Vader's like, all right, very well. If you betray me, you will suffer. And Momin's like, I've suffered a ton. Like, what more could you make me suffer? don't worry, I will give you this wondrous thing. It's going to be my masterpiece.
Yeah.
So Momin is dedicated.
Yeah, with 3 issues left, like there has to be a lot to happen here. So it is going to be very interesting to see what happens with these final 3 episodes. I mean, we know that obviously he gets his
Castle
fortress built.
His fortress is built. The next issue cover is pretty
But does
sick.
he unlock the door?
Yeah, does he unlock the door? We'll have to find out. Super exciting, this series. Yes, unfortunately, it's coming to an end, but it has been great. If you guys haven't picked up the previous series, pick it up. It's awesome. And if you haven't picked up this series, definitely pick it up. It's absolutely amazing. So let us know your thoughts of Vader 22. It was awesome.
Yeah, sad to see it ending, but it has never disappointed. So if you hadn't had a chance to pick this up, with 3 issues left, guys, go pick it up. Go read it. And come back and watch our videos because it's awesome.
Definitely, guys. So let us know your comments, your thoughts in the comments. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, and follow us at NocBro Nation on Twitter and Facebook. And stay tuned for issue 23 coming next month. We'll see you later. May the Force be with you. We're NocBro Nation.
We're out.